AI is gives you the flexibility to figure out your qualification criteria. So based on the call, you can just have a set of criteria and define that if a lead actually qualifies and which funnel should it go into. Let's say it's a high priority funnel, mid priority, low priority. Based on your qualification criteria, you can just push them into certain funnels. And the best part is with HighLevel, you can also customize your follow-ups. So let's say you have a high priority customer. Now you can do is you can set up a SMS automation, and it just sends up the calendar invite to the end user, and then the follow-up can be done from there.
Welcome to the Spotlight Session. It's a game-changing interview series that showcases award-winning agency owners to share secrets of starting and scaling a marketing business.
Hey everyone, welcome to High Level's podcast. We call it the Spotlight Sessions. Today I have a very, very special guest from a special team. These guys have integrated with us not so long ago, and they are absolutely crushing it. And we were like, you know what? We've got to get them on a podcast and kind of understand what is the solution, what is happening with JustCall. JustCall is a product stack, essentially a brand under the company SaaS Labs. And today I have Anand Malto. And I'm going to read out the formal intro here and we'll get to know each other. Anand is the director of product management at SaaS Labs, where he defines and drives product strategy across flagship products, including JustCall. With over 9 years of experience in SaaS, Anand focuses on building AI-powered communication tools that solve real-world problems, of course, for small business owners and enterprise-level businesses alike. He holds an MBA from MTech, if that's the right word. Yes, from Ahmedabad, and it's in mathematics. And all to say, he's kind of a smart guy. So without any further ado, Anand, thanks for saying yes to us. We're excited to kind of learn about JustCall.
Yeah. So I'm really excited, Paul. This is amazing. We have a lot of customers using JustCall with Go HighLevel, and there are some amazing use cases which we have seen these customers solve, and we would love to discuss those. And as you mentioned, right? So JustCall is solving a lot of problems in the conversation space. So using AI, using automations. And actually, the integration, the beauty of the entire high-level product is that it allows the integration partners to provide certain use cases which can automate their entire business workflow. And that's the most exciting part. And yeah, would love to talk about those today.
I love it. And you may not know this about me, Anand. I am not a technical wizard, so I'm going to ask a lot of elementary questions. And to kind of keep our conversation a bit more structured, I planned out a title and talking points and pillars and things like that. So this episode, we're going to call it How AI is Filling the Gaps in Your Sales Funnel, one missed call at a time. We're going to talk about three pillars. Pillar one is the silent killer, how missed calls are draining your funnel. Pillar two is how AI to the rescue is automating the follow-up loop. And the third thing we're going to talk about are the simple steps to plug the leak for your automations and follow-up. So without any further ado, let's talk about the pillar one, the silent killer, how missed calls are draining somebody's funnel. Missed calls are missed revenues, right?
Yeah. So it sounds very simple. It sounds like it's just a missed call, but it there is no attachment of a missed call to a revenue, and that makes it really tricky for any sales leader or operations head to understand the value of it, right? So your system might be showing just 10 missed calls, but is it 10K worth of missed call? Is it 100K? Or it can be $1 million, right? You don't know what you're losing. So missed calls, although sounds very simple, it when we see our phones, it seems like a missed call. But when it comes to a business, suddenly it's just a lot of lost revenue. So yeah.
And then so For someone who's, not so tech savvy like I am, what is Just Call? Like, what's the integration? What makes it so special among thousands of other integrated products in high level? Like, what is Just Call? What's the solution that it provides?
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll be happy to take that question and also try to bring in some value part of it, and also how current customers who use Just Call with Go High Level, they use the product together, right? So if I have to just make it very simple, Just Call is a communication tool, as simple as that. So anybody, any business who wants to scale their business, because now they have a lot of customers, they now need to have a lot of agents talking to the end customer. It's difficult to reach out to them, it's difficult to figure out what's happening on a day-to-day basis, it's difficult to find out how many calls are going through, how many SMS are going through, if you're using WhatsApp, how many emails are going through. So it's very difficult for a business owner to manage things at scale once the company grows. So any growing company, any mid-market or even an enterprise company usually have similar problems when they're scaling. So what Just Call helps is to manage all of these communications seamlessly with a tool like HighLevel. So any agent who is working and trying to connect with the end customer, they don't have to worry about going to Just Call or going to any other dialer. Each and everything is there inside HighLevel because the integration is so seamless. It will just feel like they're inside HighLevel, but they're using Just Call. So it's like a simple click to call, it's a simple click to SMS. That's it. So each and every conversation gets logged into HighLevel. So if you're talking to an end customer, if an agent or a salesperson is talking to a specific contact, if a contact is calling back again, if they want to do an outbound, if they want to do inbound, all of the opportunities are there with the Just Call app, which is embedded inside HighLevel. So they don't have to think about their efficiency, about switching any other tool, all of those things, right? And the best part, let's say if it was a 30-minute call or 1 hour call, right? Now, let's say if the admin comes back and he or she is like, okay, my agents are doing well, but how well? They did 10 calls yesterday, but what was the conversation about? Now suddenly they feel like they have to do a lot of work, right, to figure out what's going on. So very simple, right? Now what Just Call can do is extract all the insights from those calls, push to HighLevel. Right now the admin knows what happened in the last 10 calls, and just in seconds they can go through 10 calls. Done, work done, right? It's that simple. So whenever we're talking of a tool like Just Call or a dialer with HighLevel, it's all about efficiency, it's all about scaling businesses, it's all about helping those admins, it's all about helping those business operation leaders to get things done quickly and scale faster.
And what type of customers usually use your platform and solution?
Yeah, so these customers are usually from the different industries. So we have top ICP industries, for example, healthcare, finance, real estate, education. So there are multiple industries who usually come from these sales leaders, and these support leaders come from these industries, and usually of the size, employee size around starting from 100 to even 1,000. So it's a mix of customer base that we have, but usually whoever is coming to Just Call to buy Just Call, they will be either an operations head, a sales head, the COO of the company. So usually those kind of people come and buy Just Call whenever they are scaling their team and trying to basically achieve better customer experience, so that they are able to increase their revenue, and also in some cases they're also trying to optimize for their costs.
Got it. So what you're saying is like the silent funnel leaks are hard to see, but it costs them a lot daily.
Oh, 100%. So, so the funny part is when we say it's a silent funnel, sometimes those silent funnel in our revenue discussions, or whenever we talk about renewals, these silent funnels become the most loudest of all. So what happens in these renewal discussions when these customers come and ask us, right? So the biggest topic there is missed call. Everybody is asking, okay, I am having these many missed calls, how can you help me optimize? Why should we continue with just call? And we have the same answer. Just optimize your missed calls, because you have the entire product. You have all the automations with just call. If you are already using HighLevel, you have the workflow automations with HighLevel. You just need to optimize your workflows, and you will always see these missed calls go away.
I love it. So the takeaway is that if you're not following up instantly, you're probably losing leads without knowing.
Yep, 100%. And
Okay.
9 out of 10 times, what we see is they will go to a competitor, right? So it happens to even us, uh, even our customers who call us. And if we don't respond by the next day, they usually say, okay, I have bought your competitor, right?
Makes total sense. So pillar number two of our discussion is AI to the rescue, automating the follow-up loop, right? There are maybe two or three things that I think we can talk about is the use of AI to instantly respond to missed calls. Also the conversations with context when it comes to the human delay, right? And maybe capturing the leads with certain intent and keeping the funnel moving. Give us an overview of what you mean by AI to the rescue when it comes to automating the follow-up.
Yeah, sure. So when we say AI, it's a very broad term, right? Like everybody thinks like AI is something which is difficult to understand. It's a complex thing, right? So, but what has happened over time in the last, I would say, in the last 1 year is AI is a norm now to solve your problems, and specifically problems that are happening for companies who are scaling fast. So what I mean is, if you have a missed call, AI can help you understand what to do next. If you have a missed call which is growing week over week, you need to have some kind of automation to help you drive your conversations to the next level. So uh, let's say if you don't use AI, right? What will happen? These missed calls come in, your agent will come, and this they see a dashboard with 100 missed calls. They will call, let's say, 5, 10, 20, leave the other 80, right? Now you have lost 80 opportunities, and most probably when they call the next time, after 2 days, these are just lost revenue, right? Now what AI can help you do is do multiple things. One is have these agents, AI agents, talk to the customer and collect all the information and push it to your agents, right? So let's say there is an incoming call, there is an AI voice agent, pick up the call, talk to the end customer that, hey, what's your request? Is there anything specific you need help with? Most of the times, what we see is people have basic queries, and they just want to talk and get confirmation on certain basic things. For example, what is your pricing? What is the best plan that I need to buy? Uh, uh, what is the status of my order? Basic things, right? Now, you don't need an agent 24/7 to answer these basic questions. AI can do for you, right? So AI voice agent can answer those calls. So all your missed calls now become your opportunities or leads automatically, because your AI is qualifying them, pushing it into the lead funnel or your sales funnel, so that your agents can pick up from there. So it's saving a lot of time for the agent, and it's saving a lot of revenue, because now all the lost revenue is in your HighLevel instance, right? So all the AI calls are now logged into your HighLevel, and those calls can be now followed through to the next step, move to the next step inside HighLevel. So the agent doesn't have to leave the platform. They will just see, okay, these are the 10 leads came in, AI took a call, extracted all the important information. Why did they call? What was their expectation? All pushed into HighLevel, and they just have to take the conversation to the next level. As simple as that. So AI in this case is rescuing, because the entire business can now just automate the initial qualification and help the agents save their time to do the actual work, which is, let's say, the final negotiation, or it can be giving very specific information or some promotional offer which they want to have. So they can save a lot of time there, and AI can convert all the missed calls into opportunities.
I love that. So, what about capturing with lead intent and keeping the funnel moving? Like, help us understand the type of lead generation that comes with AI in the play.
Yep. So the best part over here is that AI is gives you the flexibility to figure out your qualification criteria. So based on the call, you can just have a set of criteria and define that if a lead actually qualifies and which funnel should it go into. Let's say it's a high priority funnel, mid priority, low priority. Based on your qualification criteria, you can just push them into certain funnels. And the best part is with HighLevel, you can also customize your follow-ups. So let's say you have a high priority customer. Now you can do is you can set up a SMS automation, and it just sends up the calendar invite to the end user, and then the follow up can be done from there. So what I'm saying essentially is a lead comes in, AI does the initial qualification, sends it to the Go High Level instance. Go High Level then automates it automatically, sends SMS to all of these leads, personalized confirmation based on what kind of request these customers had. So AI can customize the content which goes to the end customer based on the request, and this entire loop can be automated. So agent can just come in between, have an initial chat, SMS can be automated, right? So if you see the entire sales funnel starting from a lead calling, now it's not a missed call, by the way, right? It was a missed call before. Now it's an opportunity that came in. So we are talking differently already. Now this is an opportunity logged into Go High Level. After that, a SMS goes automatically. Best part is after that you can do one more automation, which is very interesting, which is you can further automate all of this into a auto dialer. So let's say I have out of these 100 calls, 100 missed calls that used to come before, which are now 100 opportunities. Out of those, 10 are really highly qualified leads. When I say highly qualified, I mean they are the perfect fit for the business. Uh, they are ready to pay and they're ready to buy today. Now, because these are highest priority leads, just push them to a auto dialer campaign and your agent can just start calling them one by one without any loss of efficiency. So see, your entire funnel now becomes so smooth. Within, let's say, 1 hour or 2 hour, your entire work is done for your top priority leads. So once you are done with your top priority leads, then you can go to the mid priority and low priority, right? So what it means is just with AI and simple automation, you are able to maximize the chances of conversion because you are hitting your most priority leads first, and your agent, when they're starting their day, all the sales people, they are able to convert more. So everybody is happy, like the business owner is happy, the salesperson is happy because they're able to convert more, and mostly because at the start of the day, I don't think they would like to talk to people who are not picking up the call, right? So if these are high priority leads, there is a very high chance that they want to just get ahead with the tool or get ahead with the product, right? So your salesperson is happy because they're talking to the highly qualified leads who have the intent to buy.
So, Anand, something tells me that AI isn't replacing teams. It's just
Exactly.
buying time and saving just the runaround, right?
Exactly.
Is that how you look at it?
Oh, 100%. And it is helping salespeople to close faster. It is also going to help support people or all the service folks to reply faster and with high quality. So AI is not going to replace humans. It is going to make their job easy and make it more rewarding. So what I mean to say is if you see the entire funnel, now I was talking to, let's say, 50 people. Because of AI, I am reaching out to 100 people in less time and I'm getting more rewards because AI has prioritized the leads for me, right? So it's not replacing my work. It is helping me to target the best folks, the folks who are really interested to buy my solution, and it is helping me to optimize my day-to-day work. So it's I would say it's a win-win situation for both business owners and the team members.
I love it. So let's talk about the third pillar, which is simple steps to plug the leak today as a business owner. So, first thing I think we want to talk about is going from missed calls to book conversations. Like,
Oh yeah,
what is your overall thoughts on this?
yeah. So the best part is it sounds complicated, but it's super easy. So if you have, if you are a high level customer, if you have just call, it's one click. It's literally one click. You just click on integrate, use the authorization flow, and everything is integrated. What it means is whenever any call comes to the just call dialer, all of the conversation is automatically logged to high level. Now, there are very small tweaks which will help you convert those missed calls to book meetings. So, whenever there is a call coming in, just set up a AI voice agent in Just Call. It's very simple. Like it's, I would say again, it will take 3 clicks maybe. If you took 1 click to integrate high level, it will take 3 clicks to build the AI voice agent. Now, AI voice agent building is very easy. It sounds very complex, but again, it's just 3 steps. First step, pick up your knowledge base, put it into AI voice agent. It can read the entire knowledge base. It knows all the questions, it knows all the answers. Second step, integrate your calendar, right? Because it should know where it has to book all the meetings, right? And the third step is you add your team members to Just Call. That's it. So now what will happen is as soon as there is a call coming in, the AI voice agent picks up the call, converts the entire call into important data points, which is why did the person call, what is the time that they require the booking, and it will book automatically to the calendar of the team member. That's it. So a lead now, which was going to missed call before, talks to the AI voice agent based on the knowledge base which you have, gives all the answers, and then puts into the calendar of your team member. It's as simple as that. Maximum time of setup for the entire thing which I'm talking right now is 10 minutes for the first version. Obviously, you can optimize it and keep working on it. But within 10 minutes, you have a simple flow. And after that, your team member doesn't have to leave high level platform. They are in high level. They're looking all the calendar bookings in their own calendar, and they have the entire context of the lead in high level because all the information which just calls AI voice agent extracted is pushed into high level, right? So it's as simple as that.
Wow, seems pretty easy to set up and integrate. Now,
Yeah.
let's talk about going from good to great from a sales standpoint, right? What does getting AI coaching or call summaries or sentiment tracking to improve follow-up look like? What are some best practices that you've seen in sales
Yeah,
improvement?
that's a great question. Actually, when I was talking about right now, it was more around operations, which was coming from a lead coming in and giving all the information and the appointments going in. But one very important aspect to the entire funnel is the coaching angle, right? Now, what I mean over here is usually growing teams struggle with one common thing is onboarding and coaching. So, what we hear from a lot of sales leaders is they have to spend a lot of time reviewing calls. So, on a day to day basis, if they have hundreds of calls going on across the team, they don't know where to focus. They don't know which calls they should coach on. That's exactly where AI can help. Why? Because AI can tell you which calls actually need coaching. The scores are not that good, where the admin can go and start giving feedback to the team members and improve the entire funnel, right? Because at the end of the day, it's your team who is going to bring you revenue, right? So better the team, higher the revenue. As simple as that. So all these sales leaders, all these business leaders, what they want to do is have a regular coaching installed inside the platform itself so that they don't have to worry on a day-to-day basis to review all the calls. The platform should pick automatically which calls need coaching
Mm.
and suggest them which team members need improvements in which areas. So now the admin or the coach doesn't have to go through all the calls. They will just go in, comment, done for the day, right? So
That's
there,
brilliant. Yeah.
yep,
Can you provide some examples of some of the criterias like sales leaders put into the agent or
yep.
the technology that allows the kind of the coaching or just the improvement identifiers? Like what does that look like? Because I'm just thinking even internally with our team, we have hundreds and hundreds of agents across the board that provide support, trial experience, all kinds of different things. And I mean, it'll be cool to understand what kind of standards are being inputted into the system that can identify the output of results that we develop within an agent.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great question, and actually something which is very close to my heart because when we were building this entire solution for the first time, we came up with a random framework, and we were like, let's do one thing. Let's put our own entire sales team, and based on these parameters, let's try to figure out who is good and who is not that good, right?
Yeah, what are the parameters?
So now, sometimes it becomes controversial. The team member says, "No, this should not be a criteria. Why? Why should my video be on? Or why should I be talking in a very calm tone? Right? Why is that a criteria?" So it's a very controversial topic, but I will give you some standard answers which I have seen in my experience. So people have started using certain frameworks. They're called as a band framework or spice framework, and they use these standard frameworks and then push it to the high level instance. So when I say band, usually it's budget, authority, need, timing, right? So usually it depends on the business. So for example, if it's a B2B business, they will want to figure out who is the decision maker, what is the budget that the customer has come up with, did the sales agent show authority or urgency, and was able to do good negotiation. So all of these factors come in, and if it's a SDR kind of call, then they have parameters which is based on the discovery. If it's a AE or later in the funnel kind of call, the criteria are more about how good is the negotiation. So
Yeah,
these
and for
parameters.
those of you that are watching, we're going into deeper of like sales terminology, like a SDR or a BDR in the world of sales is someone who's like a prospector, and their role is to alley-oop deals to what we call AEs, which are account executives, or in the world of marketing, we call them closers, right? So you have a prospector kind of a hat, and you have a closer type of a hat. These are measured differently, right, Anand?
Exactly, exactly. So, so again, there is one more terminology which is a BDR, right? So
Right.
it depends on how complex the sales team has been organized for a company, or what is the business need. So there is sometimes there is a BDR, SDR. We actually even have a outbound team. So now the criteria for an outbound team is very different from how inbound team answers. So the parameters changes very frequently, and what I have seen people doing is having multiple frameworks based on the final goal of the team, right? So as you mentioned, if the goal of the AE is to close and get a good revenue, then it's usually around negotiation. If it's BDR, SDR doing discovery calls, then it's around discovery, how well they were able to get the use case, were they able to figure out if the pain points was discussed in a methodological manner, right? So all of those parameters come into play. The best part is there are a lot of frameworks that already exist, and some of the best researchers, best sales folks have built those. Again, I don't want to go into the details, but some have really nice names. One is called a spiced sales framework, right? Now, it's like it's the definition is situation, pain, impact, critical event, and decision, right? Now, it's very difficult to for a salesperson to be very good at everything. But what I've seen people doing is they assign weightages. So, for example, if in my team, it's very important to figure out what is the decision criteria based on which this customer will buy the product, right? Now, if that's the most important criteria in my spiced framework, I will give the most weightage to that. So what I have seen these sales leaders do is assign weightages and use a standard framework. It can be a spiced framework, it can be a band framework. There are lots of those in the market right now, but these are the ones which I have seen people doing the most.
Yeah, so if you're using just call for certain scenarios, you probably want to build certain types of criteria. It's like if we're talking about a sales org versus a customer service or customer success or support kind of a function. So these are great findings. What do you think the starting point should be for someone who's brand new and they're just starting out with just call? Like what are the foundational things that they should consider before I mean, maybe it's a one-man show, but they feel like they need to have a good foundation in place.
Oh, that's a great question. So what I recommend usually whenever I talk to one of our customers is uh, just start dialing, right? Because if you see the wow factor, uh, you will automatically know what's next. So why I'm saying just start dialing is, as soon as you start dialing, you will ask the second question. Hey, I have dialed, I have done the call. Where is my call recording? Okay, I have call recordings. Now the second question will be, it's very tedious to go through the call recording. Do you have a transcription? Yes, you have it. The third question will be, okay, I have the call, I have the recording, I have the transcription. It's still tedious. Can I have a summary, right? Yes, all of those are available, right? Best part, all of this automatically goes to go high level, right? So you don't have to worry about logging even to just call. Once you have set up just call, all the information is there in your high level instance. So you have the call recording, transcription, summary, contact information, right? So that's why I'm saying just start dialing. Just open just call, start dialing, and you will automatically figure out what you need. And the best part is the onboarding flow ensures that you understand what workflows are important for you. So for example, if you are in US, right? For if and you want to use SMS, 10 DLC is a mandate, right? Now, the product it will suggest you that hey, you want to send SMS, do 10 DLC first. You will be set up in few days, and then you can start going, right? Similarly, if you are in some other regions, for example, UK or Australia, the compliances are different in every region. And what the tool does is, as soon as you onboard, it gives you a free number. So you don't have to worry about any compliance. You don't have to worry about anything. Just start dialing. You enter, get a free number, start dialing, and the tool will automatically guide you to do everything.
Wow. So the takeaways that I'm having here on this third pillar is with just call and high level, your team can just start and follow up faster,
Yep.
smarter, and more consistently without a big lift.
Exactly. And with the automations with which high level provides, you can set up your team as in a very simplified way. What I mean is, let's say if you are starting with a 1% team, a 2% team, your workflows will be really simple. But as you scale, you will need automations, right? And that's where high level automations work. And that's where you will be able to use the just call dialer, the just call SMS capabilities with high level in a very simple manner. Because once you have set up the automation, your agents don't have to worry about anything. They will just go to high level and start calling. Just click SMS, click SMS. All the context is there in high level. all the information of the previous calls, all the summaries in HighLevel, and the follow-ups can happen automatically using automations. So you're not missing even a single lead. All the leads, AI is handling all the leads, all the information going to your HighLevel, and all the follow-ups can be done by agents and by automations. So not
So
even a single revenue miss.
yeah, so what's the role of the sales leaders at this point? If the AI is doing a lot of the coaching and recommendations, like what is the mid-level management that you often see? Like what's the new layer of function for them?
Yeah. So that's a great question because the AI has changed all these roles. Because in the initial days when these when pre AI era, all of these admins and leaders were doing a lot of manual work. Now it is going to be collaborative. So if you are going and reviewing 100 calls trying to figure out your team performance, that was taking hours and hours. Now, what you need to do is you need to strategize how to improve your team. Rather than doing the manual work, you will have to do the strategic work. So, those team leaders who were, let's say, reviewing 100 calls, now will review only 10 calls and give very specific instructions to their team members, coach them only for 10 calls, right? Now, so they have the time and space to think strategically and
Mm.
align their business goals to these actual calls, right? So that's how it will change. It will not be manual work, it will be more strategic work, which these sales leaders will have to do now.
Wow, and there's a lot here with Just Call and the high level integration. Give us your final thoughts. Bring us home of why someone should consider Just Call, or if somebody already is using Just Call, what are things they can do to go from good to great?
Yeah, sure. First of all, if you are setting up a new team, uh, you can just start with just call. As I mentioned, you get a phone number and just start dialing, right? It's as simple as that. But if you have a growing team, we know your pain because we are right now in the same boat. We are a growing team, right? So best part, we use just call daily, right? So we know what are the workflows which our customers need. Just a very simple example. So we set up AI SDR last week. What it does is it qualifies all the leads. It makes sure that there are no missed calls, takes in all the information, puts it to our CRM. All the sales leaders see those leads. They figure out if these are high quality leads, push it to the team, coach the team inside the platform itself. Done. Their job is done, right? So now a team which was missing calls, a team which was not performing to their best, now they will first of all not miss calls. Second is they will get constant coaching with their leaders. So in one single platform, they're able to do all the different steps. They're able to optimize their efficiency, and then they can go from good to great. Because if they were qualifying, let's say 10 leads, 20 leads till now they'll be just 10x, doing 10x. They will be doing 100 more calls, they'll be doing 200 more qualifications because AI is taking off the load of the manual work. All the manual work which agents was doing, all the manual work which admins are doing, just give it to AI. uh, and that's the learning which all these business leaders, all the companies, all the sales leaders, even the customer service leaders will now have to change how they work to go from good to great, figure out where all which AI agents can help them optimize their day-to-day workflows.
I love that, Anna. The last thing I'll ask you is for the folks that are watching and they're on the fence and they haven't jumped into high level just yet, what would you say to them? Like what, how do you look at high level and why should they jump in?
Yeah, sure. So what we love about HighLevel is the automation piece, right? So what I mean by that is the same problem which I talked about before, which is whenever the team is scaling, the most important for them is their ability to not miss leads, their ability to optimize their day-to-day operations. And that's where I see the beauty of high level, because the business leaders can now set up one automation, max to max two automations, optimize their entire business operations in one single go, and then don't have to worry about it, right? So if you don't use high level today, the only reason that you should go to high level is because of how seamless it is to set up those automations and the value that it can give to you, which is the day-to-day efficiency, saving hours and hours of your work and your agents or your team's work as well.
I love it. Well, Anand, thanks for saying yes to us. It was awesome to learn about Just Call integrations. I know there are hundreds and hundreds of people already using Just Call. This was one of the biggest launches of integrations that I've seen in a long time. So congrats to all of you. I know Sean and I think your CEO, they're going to have another session in your community, not, from a couple of weeks from now. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing that as well. But final thoughts?
Yeah, great. It was a great thought process, and while I was talking, I realized there are a lot of optimizations that even we can do in our workflows, right? So a lot to learn. These AI trends is making things exciting for each and every team, and I'm sure all the business leaders. All the sales folks, support leaders, sales leaders is watching this show, I'm sure they will get some value out of it, and they will also be able to use AI and get some missed calls into revenue.
I love it. Well, thanks everybody for watching another session of our podcast. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye bye.